ridiculous, man. I'm just so pissed off. I really hope something happens. I really hope we 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 solve that problem. Because right now we're not solving nothing, man. It's not America's job either to do the work for them, you know. Okay. I got that fixed. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves as Africans. We can't just keep letting this shit happen. And, you know, it has to be a discussion where we are sure that no matter where we are in the world, we feel protected. The last damn place that would in any way be an issue will be back home on our motherland. The climate change and wars is going to bring about pro-limbs immigration everywhere. You know what? I believe that, but I don't know how to justify doing this to just regular people like that, that are African, that are just like you. Just, I mean, uh, I don't want to believe that I have to be afraid going to Africa or South Africa. Sorry, and maybe I'm only saying maybe. Okay, I know this is recorded. I'm not saying anything else, but yeah, yeah, it is tribalism. It's just maybe, maybe we need to take a break from South Africa. Maybe that's what we need to do. I mean, because the problems there are just too much for us to bear. It doesn't stop. It continues. And how are people supposed to feel safe when we go out to other countries, especially the West, and work hard, and at the end of the day, you come back home to want to feel like you're being loved, or that you put enough time into what you're doing, and this is the shit they reward you with. That's crazy though. Let me see. Got some people over here on my YouTube. Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Let me
Yes.
Oh, you guys can hear me? Okay. For some reason, or like it's not coming out on my normal sound. I think it's coming out through the um the monitor itself instead of my headphones. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust that. Hold on. Microphone mods. All right, let's try again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you clearly.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I could hear you. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, no, no. Make America a great. It wasn't you. I was speaking to someone on my Zoom. And Make America. You could jump in and tell me what you want to say. You will have to text us on TikTok. But I mean, you could speak, but that will be when I bring you up. So all how you doing, man? What's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm good, Mr. Emeka. It's been a while, a long
I
time.
know, right? Man, I have so many things going on, man.
I
You
know.
guys have to forgive me. I'm telling you, I am trying. I have nothing but love for my people. I'm trying my best. As I'm speaking to you right now, like I hurt myself so hard. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on. I have clutches
oh, really?
right now. Yep. But I'm still out here hustling.
What
And
happened? Don't tell me it was on the farm.
it was on the farm. Yep, it was. And it was my own mistake. Had nothing to do with the animal. I was just jumping on
Oh,
rocks, acting like, I could jump with the goats. And
oh,
landed on one. It twisted my ankle just like that. Boom. I was like,
oh.
I'm done, but it's okay.
So,
Anyway,
so sorry to hear that.
it's
I mean,
okay. Yeah.
I can imagine because I had similar incident while I was working with Amazon, and
Really?
it
Oh, you
was.
twisted your ankle?
I'm
Ah,
telling you, it
that
was crazy.
pain,
Like, and
bro. And it
that
doesn't
made
start immediately. It
it
takes it.
doesn't. Yeah,
It
it
takes
doesn't.
its time.
And that was the last time. That was when I got it quit with Amazon. Like, no, that's
Yeah.
that. No, no,
Yeah. The
that's
pain is
that's
really unbearable,
no,
you know.
that's
So anyway, so tell me, you guys have been seeing what's happening. I mean, this is just very
it's
troublesome
very
because
very
you
heartbroken.
might even have people who who live over there. You might have people who,
I have even
uh,
I have friends and relatives living there. Actually,
really?
I'm telling you.
So how do you feel? Because I mean, you probably would be torn into two because if you don't have anybody there, then you just cuss them out and say, you know what, F you guys are nothing. But when you have people
Yeah,
who have benefited from the system and South Africa has made those people comfortable and happy,
yeah,
it
right.
it it is not that easy to just disrespect them like that, you know? So,
Yeah, right. It's not. I mean, you can't like personally, my
Bill,
personal
thank you for
thoughts.
that. Yeah.
You cannot blame South Africa 100%. So I would say
Uh-huh.
it's a shared responsibility when it comes
Yeah.
to having to blame people. You know, I mean, like the popular saying that we have both good and bad eggs.
Yeah.
In every human being. I mean, one out of
Yes.
one out of three or one out of
Yes.
two
Yes.
humans you have. There are some things that we Nigerians we do and we do it. We do too much knowing
Yes.
fully well that this is not my country and
Yes.
you want to act like
Yes.
you can take over other people's lands and everything. I
Yes.
mean, in Nigeria, I know we are not so particular about tribe. I mean, what I'm saying is, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's tribalism everywhere, but we are not
Yeah,
so
it's
particular
everywhere.
about seeing foreigners and looking at you like you're a foreigner or something. But that we don't do that doesn't mean every other country
Correct.
don't feel
Correct.
threatened by
By your
foreigners.
presence, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
foreigners,
So.
because there's a place you will go like this, and you will see a lot of Arab people maybe out there
Mhm.
dressed up and having coffee, and
Yeah.
the air smells like some odd perfume, and
Yeah.
you start
Right.
looking at yourself like, hey, this place, I don't want to even
I
eat
mean,
here. Let me just move
exactly.
out. Yeah, go ahead.
I was on Facebook. Was it Facebook or Instagram? And there was this lady that said she's a Nigerian though. She said she traveled to Ghana,
Mm,
and on the street of Ghana, they could easily tell that you're not a Ghanaian. And she felt embarrassed. People, Ghanaians walking up to her like, "Hey, where you from? You don't look Ghanaian." Like they knew outrightly that you're not Ghanaian. Probably maybe the way she was dressed, maybe the way she,
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah, we are the only ones who have our cultural outfit. In Africa, Nigerians are the only ones who still keep all that. They haven't
exactly. So
forced to westernize themselves. Yeah.
I mean, if you go to other countries, I mean,
Yes.
going by the history and what okay. If I feel okay, you feel intimidated by my presence, even if I'm in your country, there's a way I'm going to walk. There's a way I'm going to do things so
Hmm.
as not to trigger anything
Right.
negative or anything violent
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But all
it is
that,
what
think
it is.
about this though.
Yes.
I want you to think about this because you see,
Right.
no matter, and think about this in a, hold on, somebody's coming in. I want you to think about this in a broader way, right? You see,
Right.
whatever they're blaming, especially Nigerians, I'm not saying all Africans, but especially
Yeah.
Nigerians of doing, they
Yeah.
cannot come half of what Oyibo does in this country.
Of course, yes.
But the difference is they have rules and uh, law enforcement
Right.
to make sure if you mess up, they'll grab you. They don't. They
Of
won't
course.
even. They won't even talk too much. Just keep doing it. Then when they
Mhm.
assemble you to the office
Yeah. Right.
at the station, they will show you what you've done, and now tell you what your rights are. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say could be used against you in
Used
the court of
against you.
law.
Right. Right.
So you on your own at this moment. You
Yeah.
keep quiet or get a lawyer, and they'll take care of you. A lot of people disappear from this country. You don't even know they're gone until when they call you back home and say, nah, guy, I'm home. Oh, these people collect me. Oh. You won't even know it's
Yeah.
happening.
You're right. You're right.
So where is the South African police? Are those ones depressed too? The reason why I'm saying that is because I saw a video of a guy who was, I think, from Congo,
Yeah.
and he had two security officers holding him, but they were the part of the people beating the guy up. They are
It's,
not police. I said security officers. They had the security outfit.
they say can be.
So,
Yeah. Right.
so I don't understand. I don't understand how the frustration is, and no one is really taking them to task. I mean, how is Ghana, the foreign minister of Ghana, the first one to start doing something? Where's the Nigerian power?
So,
Anyway, hold that thought, Ola. Let me bring in
all
somebody.
right.
I know. That's why we're having this discussion. Oh. That is why we're having this discussion. Anyway, let me say, Bill, how you doing, man? Can you hear me, Bill? You are muted. Can you unmute yourself? Remember, we're having a discussion here, Bill. This is not. I'm not teaching anybody anything in this discussion. Bill, are you there? Is it Bill or Will?
All right. Yes, sir. It will.
Hello.
Thank you, sir. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Your
Yes, yeah,
phone went off. So, Bill, what's your reaction to
yes,
what's
sir.
happening here? And after that, I'll bring in somebody who has Samsung S something. But go ahead. What's your reaction to what you
Yeah,
see
man.
happening in South Africa?
I,
I think your reception is bad, though, Bill,
yes,
because we
oh
cannot hear
man,
you well.
you can't
Can
hear me. Okay, let me
I could
see
hear
here.
you now?
Disconnect. How about right? How about now?
Yeah, I could hear you now. Maybe your Bluetooth was the one giving you the issue. So maybe disconnect from Bluetooth,
Yeah,
then put it on speakerphone or something. Yeah,
did.
whatever you choose. But go ahead. What's your reaction on this? Do you think they're doing what's right, or do you think they are just jealous? And there's a reason why I'm using the word jealous. But go ahead. Bill, your reception is bad. Let me bring in. Try and work on that real quick. Let me bring in Samsung.
Right. All
Yeah,
right, all right.
who has
Yes, sir.
Samsung? Who is Samsung? You are on mute. Samsung S938B. Who has a Samsung? You gotta unmute yourself. Okay, well, if you're not going to unmute, then I'll just bring in Olaba. Samsung, unmute yourself now. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Ola. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, what happened to representation of the Nigerian people?
Okay. So, just
I
like I
mean,
said,
like seriously, man, seriously. These
yes,
people
sir.
are bullshitting us.
On a
How
serious
can
note,
Nigeria not be screaming about this when we spent over $7 billion to get this Mandela shit and apartheid thing down?
Yeah, right.
Please help me.
So I will actually first I will blame it on lack of exposure on the side of
Hmm.
South Africans. You know, let's look at the statistics now. If you look at
But
the
South
population,
Africa is very developed too. It's very
you
developed,
would
bro.
no, Mr. Emeka, you will say some part of South Africa.
Ah,
You will say some part of Africa, part of South Africa, some
right.
parts are not. Just like, okay, let me cite an example. If you want to say illiteracy in Nigeria, right?
Mm-hmm.
I served in North. I served in Niger State.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that in Niger State, despite the fact that Niger State is Babangida's town, and I can tell you that Niger State actually
Should be rich.
living in Lagos because I left Lagos for now for Niger State, and serving in Niger State gave
Thank you
me
for the follow.
gave
Go on.
me a different perspective about life. You know,
Mm.
I got to realize that enough, though we have lots of illiterates, but you see the little educated ones, the little town that are developed, they are well developed. Mr. Emeka, I can tell you while I was serving in North, right?
Mm.
I am the one that is always scared that I'm having too much light. I'll go switch off my refrigerator. Yes. You can actually say
Really?
when I'm telling you, you can actually say when they will take off the light and when they will bring it back. You can predict that. I am telling you, in Niger State, I am telling you. Do you know that despite the fact that we have that, do you know there are some villages in Niger State that are not even wearing clothes yet?
Excuse me?
You just heard me right.
Yay.
There are some villages. I am telling you this. There are some villages in Niger State that they don't even wear clothes yet, and that is Nigeria for you.
Which Nigeria?
The same Nigeria that we know.
Ha. I better go.
Yes,
That's
I
not
am.
what we came here to discuss. Which Nigeria has
No,
a place where people
Miss,
are
Mr.
not?
Meka, Mr. Meka, I am telling you, they are still covering their body with leaves in some villages in North. If I was not told, I
Wow.
served in Niger State. See,
Wow.
I served in Kotangora.
Mm.
Kotangora is another village in Niger State. But there are some
Wow.
villages inside, yes, I am telling you, inside Kotangora, that they still dress like, this old, this history kind of dressing that we see or we
Yes.
read about.
What is the?
Let me
Do
tell
they
you,
have a local government chairman there? What I
a
mean,
friend of mine,
do they have
sir,
elections there?
okay,
What do you mean?
do you know that in the north, do you know school start is the minimum requirement for you to actually contest any election in north?
Minimum.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
Chineke me. Okay.
I mean, in Lagos, I mean, they will expect you to have BSc, to have all this,
Of course, now
But
quality, quality.
in North, I am telling you, once you have a WAEC certificate, you can contest for any political
I
position in
don't.
the North.
What is going on? Don't we have a governing body that verifies all these uh things that you are saying right now? So okay.
Okay, Mr.
Uh,
Emeka. Okay, in our elections, when
wow.
when they when they talk about rigging of election,
Hmm.
do you see videos that people circulate online when you see kids for voting?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
When okay,
Mhm.
so where is the governing body that is actually regulating that? Okay, kids under the age of or whatever cannot vote.
Mhm.
Do you understand? Just the same way we don't have that. The same way we don't really have in North. North is not the same Nigeria me and you grew up with or grew up in. It's a different world entirely in North.
The way you're saying it, it makes it look like a different world. I mean,
I,
I
I
don't. Jesus Christ.
and that
Okay.
is what I'm telling you. It's a different world entirely. I'm serious. I served in Niger State. I served in Kotangora, and I can tell you.
Wow.
Niger
Let me,
State gave me a different perspective about Lagos.
yeah, let me bring in Yemi real quick, because he might collaborate what you're saying, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
right.
Hey, Yemi, what's up, man?
Hello.
How you
Sorry, I
doing?
just joined.
No, it's okay.
Um,
Totally okay. There's no time limit or time start here. This is not an English class or anything. So, my sister, welcome. I'm just trying to have this conversation because I just feel, even though I've been very busy with the U.S. elections and all that stuff, and so many things I'm involved in, I cannot not act like I'm also an African and Nigerian, right? I cannot act like I'm not because these things bother me because I'm fully invested here. I'm fully invested there too. My parents are over there. So we need to know what's happening in Africa, especially because part of what I'm doing is uniting Africans, those who are here and those who are there, so that we can have a better understanding of how we are creating our path forward. Because obviously, no one cares about us except us. They don't talk about us. We're not a topic of discussion. Yeah, I don't think you ever hear Trump talking about Africa and how what a nice place it is. He doesn't give two fucks. So we have to talk about our own situation. So here's where we are, Mr. Yemi. We have a government, or not a government, a people, whether you call them ignorant or not, who are beating up. They've killed two Nigerians in South Africa. They say it's in the name of uh, us going back to Africa, going back to our countries to fix what we have, but forgetting so many things that people sometimes want to take a sabbatical, right? You take a year off to go to another country to do something else. Or maybe you are invited to another country because you're selling products that are better in that country than in yours. Because let's say the climate in Nigeria is too hot, your product is good for climates that are cooler, or vice versa, right? There are so many reasons why people relocate. Maybe your daughter or your son got accepted into a nice school and you want to be close to your child, right? There are so many reasons. But now the citizens have taken it upon themselves to now say, you know what, we are going to be the ones who would dictate who stays in this country and who doesn't, whether they're here legally or illegally. They don't care. We know, we all know why this is happening. We don't need to hide it because they're not going around picking up people who are homeless in the street. They're going to people who are trying their best to become better than everybody else around them. People who are well established. People who have things that they, South Africans, envy. We know that's what's going on. You know, why play the game? And at this point, Nigeria had to speak up and speak up louder because it's enough of this BS. So, Miss Yemi, I just wanted to get your own reaction on what you see. Do you believe this is justified? Do you think Africans should all go back to their countries? Do you think that it is better we nip this in the butt, handle it right now? Do you think that we should have representation from the Nigerian government to assemble the ambassador of South Africa to Nigeria to come and explain why in each local government they're allowing hoodlums like that, thugs, to touch people who are there legally and of no fault of their own, they're doing a good job and they're picking these people up and just be, I mean, to the level where they are chasing children away from school. But Miss Yemi, go ahead. Let me hear your own reaction to this.
I really think that whatever change that we're looking to precipitate will need to start from home. And when I mean home, I mean like in Jos, in Lagos, in all these places where we hear about um, issues right? Um, Life altering issues that core that nobody really pays attention to, not even the government. So if something is happening in my backyard, so to say, and I'm not taking any action against it, then other countries are watching, like everybody else is watching and saying, well, even if I mishandle their citizens, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
get away with it. So I think that before we can begin to go and face other people, we need to make a statement in our own home. So that's where we need to. I think we need maybe more of us, like more youths that are empowered, more people like Showore, more because we have very very few people like that. Everybody that is in government
I've
is
been
old,
following the show movement
yeah.
from
So
even
we need
when
more people
he
like
yeah,
that, more people like him, more people like the
I
iPod
agree.
folks,
Yeah,
so that before anyone stands, would think about, challenging us outside of our home, they know that these people don't play with their citizens. That's where it starts from, right? You won't go to your neighbor now and mishandle their children, right? Because they know that for your own children, you will stand up for your children. So if you look at schools
it's
now,
true.
just very very basic, if you look at schools and a teacher sees a student that they never hear from their parent, they are more likely to be victimized than students where any little thing you are hearing from their mom, you'll be like,
Right.
I don't want any issues from this parent. So that's just what it boils down to. We have to start the work from our home.
Yeah, I mean, but it's difficult, and I want you to think about it this way, okay? Bill, is your microphone better now so that it won't sound like we are segregating you? Is your microphone better, Bill? Unmute yourself real quick before I continue. Bill, seems to me that you are having a good time, man, over there. Whatever you are doing, keep doing it. Just stay on mute.
No, 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 no. I'm enjoying this, and I
Okay.
think I kind of lean to what the lady just shared.
I
That
understand what she's saying,
yes, it needs to
but
start from home.
listen to my
Yeah,
rebuttal.
yeah,
Listen to my
yes.
rebuttal. Okay. All right. So, Femi, Yami, what you said is absolutely the truth. But here's the caveat, right? When you think about, let me give you an example. My own example, right? So my parents came here as international students in the 70s to early 70s to go to school. There was a reason for that. It wasn't that Nigeria didn't have good schools in the 70s, but there's a touch of international awareness that the United States brings that looks good on your resume. I don't care how African you are. The world hasn't understood how they could embrace Africa to the level that we want it to be embraced. And because of that, those who know keep moving. So I'll give you some examples. You see, when we in the morning when we about to go to school, we drink akamu and akara, right? Or just cornflakes. And my dad would sit there watching us and said, this is milk, but you guys haven't drank real milk. This milk we're drinking is has gone through a process that it has to be shipped all the way from Europe, like pig milk, right? Carnation, all this milk. This milk has been shipped for through a long process. And hold on, somebody saying something on TikTok. Sorry now. Oh, we have some sorry this fans on TikTok. Yeah, good. Hey, if you want to come up. I'll bring you up and tell me what you know about sorry. Anyway, and that milk,
Right.
my dad would say, you see, when you look at the milk, it's good. It's not bad, but there is a difference. So you go to university so it's okay to go to primary school, secondary school in Nigeria. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As soon as you come to the US, they accept you. You go to school, you have a bachelor's, master's degree, whatever you choose to do.
Right.
The people who know better, again, know that for what you get on a day-to-day basis, it feels more comfortable doing it overseas. Why? Because you know that you don't have to. wait in line forever or have can't hear you no more. You can't hear me?
I hear you.
Ola, you can't hear me?
I hear
Ola?
you. Do you hear me? Oh.
Yeah. Hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so uh okay, Ola went down. Maybe he'll come back up. Anyway, so for the thing about the US or Europe is there is this constructive effort to be there for the citizens, to be loyal to the citizens as a government official, right? Corruption is disbanded. It is talked about, is brought down. They don't want that. People want to be in an area where that is the top topic of the day, right? You know, when you say something, you are protected. When you're trying to bring out a business, you have business security, right? You know how
Mm-hmm.
to get the money without having to bribe somebody.
Right.
You know how to be able to uh, get things done and then bring it back home. A lot of the things we're doing in Africa right now, let's be honest, they are imitations of what we saw here and felt it was a good thing. Before, a lot of people used to go to the beach. They didn't think it was anything until you went and saw beachfront views. Then people now started saying, Chineke, this God, this is amazing. Come on, the food we eat. I mean, why do you eat cornflakes? Is that
Right.
African? You know? So we would love to fix our place. Most of us here came here because of that same thinking. We would love to fix our place, but a lot of us are afraid of a lot of things. Kidnapping, the
Right.
value of the naira. What can it actually buy? What can I actually get and get it in a peaceful manner? What can I drive? What are they teaching my children in school? How would this help them become pioneers? You see, the chance
Right.
of you becoming a pioneer here is much easier than doing everything in Africa. Africa, yes, and that's why you also see the Africans live in Africa. They know what to do. They know they could do it, but the funding and the organization is not there, and that's why when you
Mm-hmm.
see Oyibo will come to your land and get that shit done,
Right.
right? Because if you are telling somebody now, Yemi, tell me this: if can you call somebody now? Is there anybody you can call JJ now to give you $1 million because of a project, and they'll give it to you? I mean, think about that. You have a project, you know 150% it will work. All you need is the investment to start it. Because when the work is done, then everybody gets paid, right?
Right.
You don't. But you see these Chinese people, you go to Kenya, you see what they're doing. Half of those people are still skin and bone,
Right.
scratching their faces and all that. But if you see what they're building, you will just shake your head and say, eh? This place, when, let me use myself as an example, right? This place where me and my dog will be walking around and I'll stop there to shit a little bit because this place wasn't worth anything. That is what they've regentified and redesigned. Now people are paying 50, 80, $100,000 to stay in. This place was here all that time, but you couldn't develop it, right? And it goes down to everything. I mean, just look at okay, you tell me, Yemi, if you want to fly from Nigeria to, let's just say, I don't know, China or America, how many flights, how many Nigerian uh, planes are actually doing that? They could do it. We have a big GDP that brings in money, but the excuse are just so much that they choose not to do it. The way they tax Nigerian pilots, not pilots, aircraft carriers that are Africans or Nigerian, it's crazy. There should be no need for that to be happening, but it is happening. So when let's say you go in, Yemi, with a clean, beautiful mind. I mean, just You know what? Let me look at it this way. Just going to Nigeria and you get into Lagos traffic for 4 hours, 5 hours. You do it for 1 week, you will be disheartened. You won't even want to do anything there anymore. Okay. The protocol of things going wrong, you have, if you are betting money, you have a greater chance, 90% of things going wrong and 10% or less for things to go right. I'm telling you the truth, yeah. And
Agree.
that's what
Yeah.
we come here, we respect ourselves and calm down. Not that we don't have a place, but things are made so much harder there that, I mean, even at night, the disrespect comes all day, even at night. Look at the mosquito bite. I mean, think about it. We can eradicate it. I'm telling, go to
Mhm.
Dubai now. Dude,
No
don't they have
mosquitoes.
water and all that? Why is it not like that there? Why is it not like that there? When you go to governor's mansion, president's mansion, his area, you won't even know they take light in that place because they've designed it just for them.
Mm.
I'm being as honest as possible. You will see people every day. I get people trying to show me things they want to do, how they could build, how they could do this. And I know it's a point of no return. I mean, if you don't have a white face on this thing, it's not going to go. Nigerians, Africans are not that excited, especially Nigerians, to see their fellow Nigerian do something that makes them if they get anything it's shocking or amazing, they want it to be from another skin color.
It's mindset, I think.
Why is that happening? Bill, so what?
I say mindset
It
shift.
is a mindset.
We need to be right. And we also need to, it's a high time we need to, for our leaders, even, from the grassroots level, we need to, accountability is what we lack
Right.
in Africa.
It,
Accountability. We're letting people just run the thing, and there's no checks and balances. So
right.
somebody just does whatever they do and they get away with it, and there's no repercussion.
Every time they get
Just
away
because
with
you're the
it.
president,
Every time they
you
get away
you
with it.
you call the shots,
Every
and
time.
I
You're
think
right,
that's
Bill.
what we're seeing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are right, Bill. Every time
We
they keep getting away with
hmm
it. I bet you, when you were growing up, a lot of those leaders who, when you were growing up, you remember, they are still leading up till now. For what?
right.
Hey, everybody on TikTok,
Yeah.
you could request up if you want to say something, guys. This is mostly for the African people. I'm not doing world news, or this is mostly for Africans. So if you want to say something, SA for SA. Somebody's yelling SA for SA. So what? SA for SA what? A lot of the things you guys have over there, was it all you? How many okay, I'm not trying to get too angry, but let me just spill some facts because people here on TikTok are just talking anyhow. SA for SA. Okay, how many factories has SA actually produced that are black owned? Tell me, that are black owned. Black owned. Okay. You people do. No disrespect to you guys. Okay, maybe you guys here on Zoom could tell me. Yemi also, Ola, you could tell me. You people do piano music. Yeah, that's fine. How many of your artists on the piano do we know? Does anybody know any piano artist? In guys, you guys that are in Zoom, do you guys know any piano artists from South Africa?
No, I don't.
No.
Exactly. But when Burna Boy goes in there, they know Burna Boy.
Oh
They know
yeah.
Burna Boy is there. When what's his name? Davido goes into a hit single, they know Burna Boy. All the artists who are out there screaming, the South Africans who are screaming, no, 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 no. They don't know any of you. They don't. So this person, SA for SA, bro, we helped you guys. You know that stuff.
So,
I
Mr.
mean,
Emeka,
this is ridiculous. Go ahead, Ola. Go ahead, sir.
sorry to come in.
Yeah.
So, I said something earlier. I said, I think I said, for South Africans, I think it's a matter of misplaced priority and
Of course.
lack of exposure. You understand? If you actually look at the population of South Africans that actually
Hmm.
leave South Africa as a
Hmm.
country to go to other countries to explore world outside South Africa, I think it's just like 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000.
It's probably less than that because what talent do you have to leave the country? You don't have any talent.
Exactly. And I can tell you this,
I mean,
you used the word, you said maybe out of jealousy, and I can tell you that it is
that's what it is.
inferiority complex as against Nigerians. Wherever you have South Africa, and I'm telling you this because I have a close encounter with I work with a South African in my organization where I work right now. And
Okay.
trust me, everything done by any Nigerian, she feels intimidated by it.
Yes. Yes.
Whether you talk
Look,
to her or you don't talk to her, she just feels intimidated.
you see, when people talk about Africa, they're only talking about two countries, Nigeria or Kenya. There's nothing, there's no bit, they're not talking about Abidjan, Angola or Cameroon or Senegal or South Africa because when people think about South Africa, they almost think it's white people because the people who are talking over there are mostly white. No, they don't give their own people power. They only give the how do you say it? Well, we call them Oyibo obviously in Nigeria. And that is why the World Cup was there. What does that mean? That's why the World Cup was there. Because of what? SB. Can you clarify what you mean? Anyway, um, so when they're talking about Africa, they're either talking about Nigeria to go and look for some business to do there, or Kenya where they could do business with uh, um, United Nations or tourism. Where you go see the change of the animals moving from one area to the other. I don't the migration, the Great Migration. If you guys know anything about that, right? They're not talking about South Africa. What talent is in South Africa? When you hear Amapiano music, right? You hear it, hear it, hear it. And I'm just saying Amapiano because that's what they were able to get into it. Now, what are the lyrics in there? You will never know. Nobody knows the lyrics in there. But I'm happy for them. They were able to bring out something. I thought they were rising. I thought they were coming up. I thought this was going to be great for them. Look at where we are. He said they have free healthcare and education. They even house the most African foreign prisoners in South Africa. I didn't know that. South Africa house the most African foreign prisoners. I didn't know that.
Is that supposed to be a privilege or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what?
That was exactly
Eh,
my thought. Is that
yeah,
supposed to be
SB,
a good thing?
Because I,
S
I don't see that as
SB,
an achievement or something. I don't
yeah,
like that's
SB. Oh, he said, look it up. I mean, there's no
Makes
yo.
you
Do you get what we are talking about? SB, I'm talking about the hate going on within South Africans and the rest of the African continent, mostly black people. There shouldn't be a reason for us to work so hard, try to bring our talent and energy to the African continent, and our own people are disrespecting, killing us even. That should not be happening. There's no justification for it. That's what I'm saying, SB. Now I think you are talking about South Africa in general. I'm talking about the hate that is brewing there. Anyway, so Ola, you are very Nelson Mandela must be crunching, I guess.
Mr. Emeka. Can you read this on my screen?
You mean unaliving? Yeah. Of whom and when? Oh, you don't know what's happening right there, bro. They're having
Because
problems. They're having problems in South Africa, bro. Hold on. Let me bring you up. South Africa does not house the most foreign prisoners worldwide. SB, you say look it up, man. Come on, bro. Don't come here lying, bro. Come on, man. Anyway, so Guys, you see, in Africa, no, they don't. We just Googled it. Please don't give us fake information over here, man. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. Bro, I mean, money man. Hold on. Bro, let me see. Somebody's trying to come into TikTok. Let me see. Hopefully he's African. They do. Some okay, this guy is screaming on you all. He's saying that they do. Okay. We looked it up, we didn't see it seriously. Okay. Money man, can you hear me? Okay, well,
So
whenever you get up. So
maybe you
guys,
should check it online and show us.
yeah, hold on, money
Because
man.
I mean, I didn't say it. I just showed it. I mean, I checked it on Google and then it's
Yeah, yeah, you
so,
did, you did.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you did. Anyway, so I want to know where our government officials are because they've unalived two people, right? I'm using unalive because TikTok doesn't like using the K word. Um, so when does this stop? Why don't we? Okay, we have more private jets than anybody else in Africa. Take one private jet and go over there and scream. Like, what are you guys doing? How can you touch us? If somebody is doing anything illegally, which I don't know if that's what they are claiming that they are doing, call the police and let the police handle them. And all that isn't, don't we have some people who have been kicked out by immigration from them? We do, right? There are some Africans who were kicked out, if I'm not mistaken. Correct? Is that correct? Ola, you're on mute. Oh
Say
yeah,
that
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah, you can speak too if you want. I'm saying,
Yeah. Yes.
aren't they? If immigration has been doing that work, right?
Mhm, mhm.
They actually take people and remigrate them back to their fatherland, correct, or motherland.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they have a good immigration sector over there. Trust me, people, we definitely know. So I don't know. Um, right now, we don't have. You are touching people. You are again unaliving them, and we haven't said anything. At what point? At what point are we now waiting for America to come and help us? Because that's what it is. Yemi, where are you? You have to say something. Are you waiting for America to say something, Yemi? Because I guess if Trump doesn't put it on Truth Social, nobody listen to anything else. Like, have we? Are we daft? Is that how we've
No,
become now?
sorry to cut you. So no, what I was just saying is with the
Yeah,
point
go
that
ahead.
I made earlier, I was just saying that
Your
when
phone is
things
breaking up.
happen
I'm
at
I'm
our
sorry.
can you is it better?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could hear you now.
Okay. So I was just saying that when things happen, I'm not surprised that we've not stood up for our own people, because when things happen at home, we don't even stand up, we don't do anything about it. Something happens, a deadly incident happens that takes lives, and our president opts and goes to a different country the next day or the same day, you know. So I'm not surprised that they're not taking action. But should it be that way? Of course not. But I'm just saying that we need to begin to see the gravity of these incidences for ourselves in our home before we can take it outside, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so I
Well.
think the
Okay.
discussion really needs to be centered around what do we need to do in order to get that, um, in order to drive that passion or
Right. I
yes
mean,
in our leaders.
yeah. I think one and only one. Okay. Look. Let's be honest with ourselves. Which that's what I'm trying to get us to do. If you think about it, where Nigerians issue, where do we even start? The election uh, that happened last time, thanks to Atiku blocking everybody and trying to bulldoze himself, forcing himself to be president by all means. All the good candidates lost. Okay, they lost their passion. We got Tinubu. We thought Tinubu was going to help and just change the trajectory of where Nigeria was going. And if you remember then, Ola, I think the dollar was 700 plus or so, right? Um, or fuel then was about 50 naira per liter. And if you guys don't remember, that's fine. I'm telling you what I remember. And you tell me, Ola, has Nigeria improved or has it gone down? Let me get your own reaction up, Ola. Come on. We
See,
are trying to be serious here, bro. You know,
no, see,
you
see,
can't
see,
start a conversation with laughing, bro. You
Mr. Emeka,
you devalue everything, bro, by doing that.
no, Mr. Emeka, you just like you said, we're trying to be sincere here, right?
Oh my God.
But my sincerity will start with such laugh, with such laughter, because between yourself and myself, even though we have, we have on the news, Nigeria's GDP doing this or doing that. I mean, generally speaking, I don't think Nigeria has improved significantly,
Have
right?
we? Let me ask you
Maybe,
this way: have we
yes.
improved in any way? You see, if it wasn't hard to
Does
answer, you would
so?
have answered it quick.
So the question is, wait. The question is this, right? I would like to reframe that. Has Nigeria ever improved under any
Oh,
government?
well, yeah, and I will agree with you on that.
Yeah, because why I said I'll rephrase that question is this. Even though we have our preferences on the kind of presidency
Correct.
or the kind of candidacy we prefer or something,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, we realize that when they get there, it's always a different story entirely. I can tell you something. I can tell you something, sir. The only person that I feel, even though he was short-lived, the only person that I felt the impact of Nigeria changing was under Yaradua.
That was really short. Yeah. Well,
And
we didn't get to see
we didn't
enough.
get to see,
Yeah.
exactly. We didn't get to see enough. And I can tell you
Okay.
that aside Yaradua, I'm sorry. I to me personally, it's my personal opinion.
It's your personal.
No,
Go ahead.
yeah, nobody has. No,
Told
I
you
don't. I
what to
don't think.
say. Yes, it's your
No,
own.
no candidate has ever impressed me when it comes to past presidents in Nigeria.
I thought
No,
Buhari was the savior, and I just found out the corruption was worse under his own, a military man, than
that was
anybody
our
else.
thoughts. That was our thoughts. That was our belief.
Yeah, because he was saying, "I'm going to fix Boko Haram," blah 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 blah. We gave it to him. Can you imagine?
So
From
I believe.
go ahead.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
I believe something needs to be done about Nigeria leadership as a whole. You see,
right.
as long as we are recycling. See, I'm sorry, I'm not here to bash any candidate or anybody, but
Correct.
see, of all the candidates or of all the politicians coming out to say, "Oh, make me president, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to fix that." Of all these presidents, I don't see one single person who will actually get there and do something different.
Right.
Not Shiwari, not Peter Obi, not Atiku,
Right.
not Buhari, not Tinubu coming
I
back.
like them
You know
personally. I like
exactly,
Shirley very well. I like him.
exactly.
I don't know Peter Obi. I like him, but Nigeria needs some
Do you know?
real. Go
Do you
ahead.
know why I said that, sir? Do you know why I said that?
Mm-mm. Go ahead.
I realized that you see every political candidate has always
Mm-hmm.
been about me, 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 me.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to fix something, right? There's no see. I don't like Tinubu presidency, But if there is anything about politics that one needs to study in Nigeria or the world entirely, you need to
Mm.
study Tinubu. Take it or you leave it.
Oh, he is very good with politics. That guy,
Take it or you leave it.
nobody's on his level.
I am
Nobody.
telling you,
Yeah,
he's so
very smart guy on that.
intellectually
Yes, yes,
smart
yes. He is.
that he's so rooted in politics that see, okay, let us study Tinubu. This is not a political platform, but let us study
It's not, but yeah,
Tinubu's
go ahead.
rise.
Yeah.
Let's just study Tinubu's rise into power, right? When ADC or AD was losing, that they lost everything. Tinubu was the only standing governor, right?
Mm-hmm.
PDP was ruling. I mean, the ruling party were, they were there for a very long time. And guess what he did? He tried to bring everybody together. You understand? Like, let
Mm-hmm.
us come together.
Mm-hmm.
He would have
He
been a
did.
candidate during
Yes.
Buhari's
Yes.
tenure. He
Yes.
would have been a
Yes.
candidate. But
I
he didn't
remember.
come forward as a candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Rather, he brought up, even though his strategy was, whether bias or not bias or whatever, but it worked. You understand?
Everything he did worked. I'm telling
It
you, this
worked.
guy,
Everything
yo,
worked.
it just
You
I think the problem is aging. Aging changes your thinking. You are not in a rush to do something.
God,
And
God bless you, sir.
I'll tell you guys this. When you were younger, there were risks you were willing to take. Once you
Right.
get older, become a parent and all that, you be like, nah, I
Exactly.
want to go to
Exactly.
this place where the music is so loud, it's trying to bust my eardrums.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
you are jumping into the water to swim and you're like, I beg, before I drink 2 or 3 gallons of water without knowing how to swim. When you were younger, the sky was your limit. You were ready to go out, stay up till 2 o'clock and go to work at 8 o'clock. You guys all
Right.
remember that.
Right.
That is what's happening to this guy because he's charming, he's
Right.
charismatic. That's what you need in a leader. Unfortunately, when you start, everybody's watching everything you're doing to react to it. They don't do anything else but what they see from you. When they know that you are not going to have the time to articulate that, let's say the customs are not charging people the right way. The oga of the custom is begging God you don't remember. And as
Right.
long as you don't remember, he's going to be collecting his own.
Definitely.
Okay. And I'm saying customs because God will punish them for what he did to me when I sent my dad a car. $10,000 to clear what?
Wow.
And I had to pay it. And I told, the guy, clearing agent who didn't give two damns about what I was saying. He's just trying to get his $200,000 naira. That this is fraud on the highest level. This is a car that is, let's say, 3 years old or 2 years old. It was 2020. That was back in 2022, 2023, just after COVID. And I'm like, what are you charging me 10,000 for? Right. But, moral of the story, let's not get into that. This is something that they're getting away with because the person in charge is not there. So, for example, how about technology, guys? Do you see that technology is not a big, big, extreme issue in Nigeria? Nobody, he's not screaming about it because he cannot comprehend. The old ways cannot be the new ways. The old ways has to be for the old, the new ways for the new, fresh, younger people, younger generation. And as long as we are not giving them that, Ola, you hear me? Bill, it's not going to move forward. And I think that's why you should have a good quality, trustworthy government. Because
Right.
Ola, if we had a government where Tinubu would say, I trust the information and technology minister. I think it's just information minister, but maybe they've moved it to information and technology. I don't know. But if they said, I trust the information and technology minister, let him go and get us new brains. Think about how we will explore the best way. I mean, you trust him, then let the minister do his job. But if you want to answer every question like you know everything, that's the recipe for failure. If there's anything that has to do with technology, Oga, don't be in the news. Don't be there. Let the minister who you've brought in do the job. But in so doing, make sure there's a good auditing firm that you trust. And I'm not saying he didn't put these things in place, but when you are younger, you have the agility to stop the meeting you're doing to go and ask some direct questions. Not people helping you to walk around. Are you serious? You are trying to walk. People are almost trying to follow you so that you don't fall. Are you serious? The way the person walks is the way the country is. Tell me if I'm wrong, you hear me? Am I wrong? Look at the disrespect we're getting in South Africa. How much are we even talking about that these people are tripping on? How much is Nigeria, or how much are Africans depriving them from? Because I know it's nothing. Because these people get some kind of stimulus check, um, because of their, this guilty feeling, these white people have. They have this. It's almost like a welfare thing. And I don't know. Have you guys, have you read about it? Do you know about it?
I learned about it, but I mean, I didn't read it.
Yeah, I didn't go too
I
deep
didn't read
into it.
about it, but
Yeah, yes.
let me quickly
Yeah.
check.
It's enough to be poor, but you are surviving. It's just enough for you to be able to eat poorly. Yemi, can you hear me? Yemi,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
mute.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yemi, I
yeah.
think one of the biggest problems is when it comes to romance and love. I think that Nigerian men, mostly, not the women, Nigerian men have taken so many of the young women in general, young or old, it doesn't matter, and have this professional way of cutting them, right? Or, making them feel special that even even up till now, this nonsense is happening. That women do not know, a lot of them, not every single one, okay, do not know how to mingle with anybody else but mostly Nigerian men. And that's how it is pretty much African wide, right? It's actually happening in Asian countries too and other places, but not to the level where it's it is in Africa. In Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, they're facing the same issue. The guys didn't do anything to anybody, but just found that if they could express it in a way that love, in a way that the women could click on, then that's it. The click is there. So these young men feel deprived, feel angry that they are not getting some, they are not able to do anything. I mean, and I am also a victim weakness to that because my wife is Kenyan, right? Um, but we met. It wasn't. I didn't sweet charm her from nobody. I mean, we just met. We started speaking. I had peace of mind with her, and we went on. After we got married, I started hearing, oh, a lot of people are taking other countries' women. I had nothing to do with that. That was not my plan, man. I just saw somebody. We were in an African club. What was this club called? Aso Rock. We all met there, okay? But it is what it is. I think that's what's happening because of that. Because when you have, okay, everybody knows if you have a good woman in your life, it gives you that momentum to keep progressing. If you have a bad woman in your life, you're angry every day. You would rather use your money to go and drink alcohol than buy high Chanel bag or whatever bag. I mean, you be like, I'll be the last nigga to do that. I can never, never, ever. My
But
money
it's
to
only in
eat.
Africa we get to hear that some tribes are getting other people's women. Who cares if a
Who
white person marries
cares?
Nigerian?
The
I mean,
women
as
have
long
the
as
rights.
you're
Yeah.
happy and you're
Yes.
good, I
Exactly.
mean,
People
One
have
big
a
family,
right.
one big family, right?
Yeah. People have the right
I
One
to
mean,
big
yeah.
love who they want to love.
options,
Have
a
you
lot
ever
of
seen anything like
options.
this? This is
Amen.
what is happening to these people because they are old swag. It's not working. Instead of them step up that game, American people step up that game. Nigeria step up that game, and it's a win-win for them. And
It,
American men don't give up, right?
so ahead. A typical South African man is lazy. They depend on
Oh
their
yeah,
women.
oh yeah,
So if your woman then see guy Nigerian who is a natural born hustler, what do you think? What do you expect?
exactly. They will never leave somebody who's hustling to somebody who's just staying at home. I don't care if you have money, or they may go both ways. They will say, okay, I'm taking care of your guy here, but I'll be back. Let me go and do window shopping. No, I'll be back.
Sorry, Mr. Emeka. Let me give you a funny
I'm
story
just
of
saying,
this guy.
go go ahead, Allah.
So a friend of mine actually met an American lady, right? And they were talking. Eventually,
Hey,
they got, you
Iran
know,
man. Hold on. We're talking about Africa and Africa's issue. So this is mostly for Africans right now. I'll be back later on this evening for us to talk about U.S. politics. Sorry for that. Go ahead, bro. Uh-huh.
they were, they started dating. On their first date, they went out, and when it got to they got to a restaurant and they were about to pay, and the lady was like, okay, how much is it? Okay, like 50-50 sharing from, and the guy was like,
Mm.
why are you disrespecting me? Like, hell no. The lady was like,
Uh-uh.
are you serious right now? Like
You pay for
seriously,
mine? You don't know
you're
me.
paying?
Right.
My guy was like,
Yeah.
like, are you serious? Like, I
She's
took you to
not
a
going
restaurant, you want
anywhere.
to
Oh.
pay?
Lock and
Bro,
loaded.
bro, they are married with 2 kids right now.
You think she will
Insurance,
leave?
every exact. I mean, the babe, as in, when someone is actually worshiping someone, that's how this lady is worshiping this guy.
Let me not tell you
Like
my own.
you take it on yourself, like you're paying rent, you're paying insurance, you're doing this, and the lady was like, "Let me just help you. Like, if you want, you use your money, you can do any other thing in the
Can
house,
can
but
you
it's my
even
responsibility."
imagine that? And this is
Imagine
somebody
how would you
who
expect me to go to someone guy to another a
uh,
guy from my. I mean, this just something that happens with. I mean, we grew up to know that or to believe that it
yeah.
is our responsibility as a guy to take care of our women and our family.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
do all
And
the.
it is true. It's not a made up stuff. It
Woo!
is supposed to be true. So when you
So
have people exposed to that, ah, no. They are not going to do what? I mean, just hanging around a hustling guy. I remember when I came to the US. Hold on, let me admit somebody. I remember when I came to the US newly. Okay. I'm still trying to understand what's happening. And, I met this lady in Kmart when they still had Kmart. Then they don't have Kmart. Does anybody remember Kmart? Well, if you don't
Oh
remember
yeah.
Kmart, that's fine.
Mhm.
It's like a junior brother to Walmart, but Kmart. So I met her there. I spoke to her. Man, she was so advanced. I had an old car I bought for $250. How old it was. And she was driving a brand new Ford Escort, right? Or Ford Taurus. I don't remember, but it was brand new. Ah, but it wasn't because of her car or anything. It was later when I was escorting her out, I saw the car. So I froze. I said, hey, Jesus Christ. But okay. So I shot my shot, right? Okay. Then I told her, what I did. And I asked her, what did she do? She said, oh, she's a manager in Time Warner Cable. No, you guys know Time Warner Cable, right? So, I went there to see her one day. I said, no, I think it was the first time I was saying, okay, let's do lunch. So she was suggesting, let's do lunch. I didn't know too many how to do this dating stuff. I just came from Nigeria and I was 18 or 19 then. So now I said, okay, let me try and go and get lunch. McDonald's is what I knew. I brought her the stuff. She started laughing at me, saying I was very naive, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we went and ate somewhere where it was too expensive for me. Anyway, but when she saw me when when we went to hang out, and I'm ready to leave because I have to go to work. Ah, she said, "But you walk in the gas station, call in sick." I said, "Never. What? I'm not sick. Call in sick. No, I'm not sick. I like to go there. Actually, I have my customers who come in there around 6, 7, because my shift used to start at 3 o'clock. They used to come Mexicans who would come and be advising me. And I remember one who always come and say, "Make sure you go to school." He used to come with a brand new foreigner. I said, "I don't care about my car. I'm suffering. I work so hard. I have to take care of 22 men. We work every day, morning to night. Make sure you go to school. Don't forget that." Then he would take his uh, 12 pack of uh, Budweiser and go. So sometimes she will call me to come and hang out. I say, "No, I'm at work." She will leave what she was doing to come to my job. You know what she will do? She will just get a seat. She will get a seat from the back, like close to where they have the restroom. I sit there next to me. I said, "What are you doing?" Work ethic. Like, I don't have anything else to do. I just want to come and hang out with you. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
only selling
Yeah.
cigarettes and wine and coffee to people. There's nothing. This job is paying me 5.95 an hour. I'm not making any money here. He said, "Yeah, I know, but I just admire a man who works hard." Hi.
That's powerful right there.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I'm not even worth, and my car is bad. My car is there's no, but the work ethic, the way I took things seriously in a natural way. I wasn't doing it to impress her. I just needed my job. I wanted to make. I used to calculate how much I would make every single day, every single time, because it wasn't enough. But I was going to school full time, and she said, "You going to school full time doing computer science or mechanical engineering then, uh, and you are doing full time here. How?" Yeah. So when you see that kind of mentality in a man, which I didn't even admire that shit because I'm just trying to survive. But when you see that kind of mentality to people who have been given a lot, they now start to value it. So when you see Nigerians who live where they are to fly into or however they got there into another country they don't know anything about and start progressing, that takes a lot of guts. That takes a lot of guts. So which woman wouldn't admire somebody like that? Why not? And they're not doing it to impress you. They're just trying to survive. You know,
Exactly.
they're just trying to survive. So this whole notion. Hold on, let me bring who just joined. Was it? I know somebody else just joined, right? Um, I'm sorry, I didn't get my.
Namio Caleb.
Huh?
Caleb joined.
Caleb. Oh, what's up, man? What's up? Sorry. How you doing, bro?
Very
Um,
well. I didn't want to interrupt you, but
yeah.
but
So,
I,
so
I didn't join the story at the right time. But did you
it's
end up
okay.
marrying this person?
Uh, oh no. I was only 18. Bro. Hey, you don't know what happened. Their friends started using side eye on me. So I took advantage now, ignorantly. It led to more problems. So after that, my father said, "We are relocating to another state." I said, "Oh, you don't understand, my dad. If I slap you, yeah, leave those love people, you will go to another state, you see them there." I was in disbelief. But this was happening in North Carolina, right? North Carolina and Raleigh, North Carolina. Then I moved. I went to Alabama and kept on moving. Then obviously I came to Texas and found what I needed here. But it almost happened, but it wasn't going to happen. I was too young then, man. I didn't. You have to also understand yourself as a man. You have to finish college. You have to go and get a professional job and see if that's like. So let me say this: the person she was then, if I'm given my choice today, I won't even date people like that because they're not. They are on a certain caliber. people. If you're trying to progress, you better make sure that whoever you're marrying has multi-talent. That one will never had cooked a goosey soup for me. So I won't even take that risk. If you can't cook a goosey soup, Oga, no, 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 no.
Or you can cook for yourself now.
No, for how long? My father would come to my house and be looking at me. You married and you're the one cooking for me. What do you want my mom to tell me? No, no. But it
So
was all love though.
that means you taught your Kenyan wife how to cook a
Ah, I
goosey
taught her YouTube. Oh. I told her YouTube. She was experimenting. The day I saw hell was when she cooked, and my sister accidentally cooked for one of my kids' birthday. I don't even remember. I have 5 of them, and one was in a birthday one time. I don't remember, but I tasted my wife's cooking, tasted my sister's own. I had to shut the hell up because my wife's own tasted better. So I didn't know how to tell my sister I wasn't going to eat her food uh, because, uh, I can't. That's my sister. And I always used to criticize my wife. Can you at least make it as good as, my sister's own, one of my sisters? And she's like, I'm trying. So she kept on doing all this YouTube stuff. So now she is a professional. Now, but she won't cook me obono soup, so that's the new problem. So obono soup, I have it imported.
So we
You people
already,
should leave me alone now.
we already know where to come when we come to thank.
I mean, anyway, Caleb, how you doing, man? Can you hear me?
I do, my brother. I
My
do. Sorry.
my dear. Look, and guys, nobody should take it personal when I have to start all over again because everyone has a way they have to think and articulate how they will give me the response. So, Caleb, you see, Nigeria has more people than anybody else in Africa, from what we know. And most of them are strong people, strong mentally and physically. All they're asking is a chance. We have a government that we cannot even I cannot tell you the structure of how the money comes in from the barrels of oil sold and how it is distributed for uh, infrastructure growth in Nigeria. I cannot tell you because it's not really there. The only person who's making Nigeria look good, not the only person, but one of the people that are making Nigeria look good is Dankote. He's proven that our oil can actually make a world impact because he's one man who's strategically making sure his shit doesn't go ablaze. Nobody's going to cheat him out of that, obviously. I wish we could learn a lesson from that. But anyway, we are strong people. We like to try new things. We like to take risks. Part of the risk is going to other countries and seeing if the grass is greener over there. A lot of people have gone to South Africa because South Africa, hold on, somebody's trying to get in. Okay. So a lot of people like to go to South Africa because South Africa is, for them, more organized in terms of a way of life. And when I'm referencing South Africa in this spectrum, I mean mostly the white people there, right? The way they've designed their life around what the meaning of wealth, life means. So when we see that, we want to try and see if we could emulate that because since our government people are always flogging us or beating us up, or people are trying to kidnap you, or people are trying to take what you have, let's try it in another place where rule of law is really, really held to a specific standard, right? And now a lot of people have relocated, but there's a problem, Caleb, where now they've started again. They have killed 2 people, 2 Nigerians. They have disrespected us in all platforms. But it's not just Nigerians, it's all Africans. So where do you see this? I want to get your reaction, Caleb, on what you think, and I want to set this for you so that you could be more relaxed. Where do you see us uh, going? What do you think the government should do? Do you think the government should come out and do a general ban of nobody going to South Africa? Do you think there should be a collective effort on the youths in South Africa to fight back? Which I don't think they win, because then the government will step in and really blow people up. What do you think should be the response from Africa in general? Go ahead, Caleb.
Hey, my brother.
Yes.
It's funny that this question came up. I was thinking through this issue last night because I just was looking at the videos and out of frustration, I'm like,
Very
man,
bad videos. Yeah.
yeah, how do we get out of this? The bottom line is that we need to fix our shitty country. If we fix our country, then nobody needs to go anywhere and
Right.
be, you know, uh, living at the mercy of the indigene of the countries, right? Yeah, we have a very fabulous country. If only we can get our leadership right, we don't need to be coming here or anywhere else.
Right.
It's unfortunate that we allow a bunch of crooks to rule us, and they turn the country into an unbearable place to raise a family, and that's why we end up scattered all around the world, trying
Correct.
to try to feed our families. It's insane, right?
But
So
yeah, when you say that, I also want you to think about the other side of this. Are you ready? At the moment you are right now, Kelly, if somebody were to ask you to leave what you are doing and go straight to start living in Nigeria, can you do it? Can you adjust? Be honest. This is not a show, right? We're all
yeah,
trying to learn from
absolutely.
each other. So go ahead.
Hmm, that's a big question. At this
It's
time,
a difficult question. You can't.
yes,
I know you can't, but
at this point, yes, I
yeah,
cannot. At this point,
yeah.
but it's
That's the
thought
problem all
is
of them are
is it is
facing.
it is it thoughts I've been nursing. But of
Yeah,
course, when the very fundamental situation with this, security, right, is in the state it is right now. Without security, everything else is like complete waste of time, right?
you're right.
So you can try to establish something, but when there's no security, no
Yeah,
system of accountability, somebody can
yeah.
just show up on your property, kill you, and walk
Right,
out, and
right.
nobody will hold him
Lawlessness.
accountable.
Yes,
Exactly. Then there's no basis for even starting anything there. So
right.
yeah,
Correct.
I mean,
That basically, you see, you have now been propped up to understand how a normal life should be. Right now, as I'm talking to you, are you looking through your windows to see if somebody's coming for you? Or if are there people running?
of
You're not
course
doing
not.
that. Mm. Right now, as we're speaking, right now, this moment, right? Can you oh, did we lose our sister? You hear me? Okay. Can you can you tell us yes or no? Do you know where your are you worried about where your next meal is coming from? Like, are you guaranteed this evening to eat?
If God wills, I don't have reason to worry about that. So
Right?
thank
I'm asking you a question I know the answer to. Oh, we all know the answer to. Yes. No matter what happens, no matter the nonsense happening about whatever Trump does or Trump doesn't do, when it's evening time, maybe from 7 o'clock or so, you are going to go and eat. You must find that food because it's probably been prepared by your wife, girlfriend, side chick, whoever you have, and you're going to eat like a big man and relax. Then continue the gossiping while the people in Africa are there thinking about where the next meal is coming from. Because all those people you see, your situation is, oh, I can't go to Nigeria because I feel I won't be secured. Maybe uh, my children may not go to the best schools. You see, yours is not a financial standard because you can eat If you really need money now, you can sell one of your cars, right? You can sell what you have, find that money, and keep surviving. Yours is a different desire. Yours is a desire of comfortability, relaxation. You want a place where at the end of the day you can relax and eat as many chickens if you want to. You could go to McDonald's, right? You could go to Sam's Club and just pick up a chicken, rotisserie chicken, and just eat the whole thing. Nobody will even disturb you, right? That's a level of comfort that you are now used to, which is there's nothing wrong with that. But the people there cannot just leave because you told them to leave. The bottleneck holding them is beyond everything, from their children to uh the only money they have left, right? If you go back to Nigeria, you're coming from a poor family. Because a lot, obviously, a lot of these people, if they came from a rich family, first of all, they won't even choose to go there. They'll probably go to Europe. And you come from a poor family, you go to South Africa, you had children. Now your children are South Africans, right? Now you have to relocate back and you come from a poor family. Please help me understand how that will make sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, right? And that's the whole thing. See, somebody said South African women, my favorite videos on here. Man, stop. Anyway, and that's the whole thing. That's the main problem. These people are financially like done. We are saying what we are saying, and I think this is probably the best way to put this. Uh, if Nigeria is going to take these people, which I know Nigeria doesn't give a damn about its citizens, but if Nigeria is going to take these people, take them to not just take them back, but improve their lives. Ola, do you think that could happen? Or does it become as soon as you enter, what state are you from? Oh, I don't like your people. They talk too much. During the Biafra war, there was this, this. So to alleviate that stress, people just move on. So tell me, Ola, do you really think Nigeria can come pick up those? And I don't know how many they are, but it's a lot of Nigerians over there. You think they could take them and secure them and put them in a place where they are better off? Can
I,
you can you
I
can
don't.
you can Nigeria guarantee that?
With the Nigeria we have today, no, I don't think so. I'm sorry.
So, do you remember Caleb or Bill? You might remember, or Gauze. Gauze. Oh, no, no, no. Gauze. Did I speak to you, Gauze? Gauze, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Yes. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge you. Sorry. But let me say this first, then I'll talk to you guys. So, do you guys remember? Maybe you don't, but do you guys remember when Libya was selling some Nigerians as slaves? Ola, do you guys remember that? Oh, Gauze, do you remember that? Gauze,
Yeah, I do.
do you remember when they were doing that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I do. I remember. Hello.
Can you hear me? Bill, can you hear me? Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think that came from my computer. So sorry about that.
Oh, oh, you good? You good?
Yeah. Hola, get in here now.
I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna have to jump off, but
You really?
I'm gonna catch you on the next one. But this was great.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
man.
okay. Yeah, I got you, bro.
We're gonna
Yeah,
connect. We're gonna connect.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
We have to do that.
we got is it obono soup. We
Oh,
gotta go have that.
ogbono soup, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you tried
yeah.
ogbono soup?
I have, but it's been a minute, so definitely now,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have connect.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have them in
yeah, but
African stores.
appreciate,
African stores. Yeah, they do have them. So if you go to African stores,
but
you could
you
try
gotta
them.
go find a nice spot.
Yeah, yeah, they do have
Yeah,
them. Yeah,
so
man. Hey, man.
might have to hit us out here in Dallas. I'm out in Dallas here, so yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of spots in Dallas,
we'll
bro. Just go to
connect.
African store. Yeah, man. Let's connect, bro.
Yes.
Stay blessed, bro.
All right,
All
cheers.
right.